Superstore is one of the most underrated sitcoms I've seen on television for a long time. And the reason why I say this is because no one ever talks about this show despite it being so good. And if it wasn't a good show and no one talked about it, that would make sense. But the fact that this show has been so consistently good over the years, right until the moment it ended, makes me wonder why no one else is talking about it. Because even the greatest sitcoms over the ages have all had a dip. You know, The Office, people say, dipped after Michael left, and Friends dipped ever since they started grasping for story ideas like the whole Joey and Rachel romance thing. So sitcoms usually don't have great endings, especially in the last few seasons, because producers are trying to figure out, okay, how funny is this show versus how long are people going to continue watching it? And that's a very fine line, and I think Superstore does a really good job of balancing that line. Obviously, I think that they ended the show with season 6 mainly because, coronavirus, and it doesn't make sense making a show about a superstore in a pandemic world. And so maybe they didn't end the show the way they originally planned on doing so. But I thought that the balance was well struck, which is why the season 6 isn't as highly rated as the previous seasons. But if you look at the reviews online, it's consistently been really good. And if you want a graphical depiction of how good the show has been over the years, here it is. And hey, look, I found a use for Excel. It's very rare to find a show that, doesn't become less funny as the seasons go on, and it also doesn't become better as the seasons go on. But I'm really glad that I started watching the show when I did, I think in the first or second season, I believe, and I've stuck with it throughout. It isn't the show that immediately picks up into your mind when people ask you what's your favorite sitcom on television, but it is definitely one of those fine wine sort of TV shows that you can watch even after you finish the entire series. Because a lot of great comedies out there don't have a lot of rewatch potential. Like, obviously we know The Office and Friends are very good when it comes to rewatch potential, but a really critically well acclaimed good comedy like Arrested Development, for example, I don't know how much I'll be able to rewatch that show, because every episode is like a continuation of the new episode and there's so many different things happening at the same time. But Superstore is one of those shows that you can watch again and again, and you can pick a random episode from a random season and still have a really fun time. So yeah, underrated shows are my favorite things to watch because I like finding stuff that no one's talking about and no one's watching, so I can see what's out there. And I think that Superstore could have gone on for a few more seasons. I know Brooklyn Nine-Nine is ending too, so it's a sad time for a lot of really good sitcoms out there. But that there's always going to be something better the moment something ends. And I'm looking forward to watching a lot more sitcoms, hopefully as good as Superstore in the future as well. Anyway, that's it for this video. It's a very short video, and if you want to check out my podcast, click on the link in the description and you can check out some of my other videos as well. I'll see you again in the next video.